So, hello and welcome to tonight's live stream. Tonight we are broadcasting GoRace's TCX multi-class event. Event number 3, I think this is the third round. For you who don't know, my name is Steve Giro, better known as Binomial Eagle. Also with me in the commentating box is James Vanderham. Welcome, and glad to have you back in the box.
Thanks, Juro. Glad to be back.
Yeah. So tonight we are at Sveg Raceway, which is based in Sweden. It's a fantasy track, but based on real life roads and the surroundings. So it's going to be a pretty interesting and action-packed race.
It's a fantastic track. It's a lot like Sebring or Road America.
Yeah, you were saying it will be a track really suited to Indy cars and
oh yes, absolutely.
So yeah, so tonight we have 2 car classes. There was meant to be 3, but I don't think anyone really chose one class. But the first is first class. It's a cross between DTM and GT500. It's based around the 2019-2020 era. Then we also got British touring cars. And the third class was meant to be a Brazil stock car, which unfortunately there weren't enough people.
We'll pop that in another one. They'll get their chance, because I know a lot of people love those, myself included.
I definitely think that mod or that car should definitely get its limelight. Like it's such a fun car to drive.
I've only ever driven the ones in the Game Stock Car Extreme.
Okay. Yep.
The Automobilista developers.
Yep.
Because they sort of specialize in that. I have not tried the AC version.
I think it's just as equally as good. When like when I spoke to Matt Nipris about it, I said it's literally between a DTM and a V8 supercar. And the great thing about that, you got some driving aids, and it's a bit more. You've got a bit more downforce than a V8 supercar, but probably not as fast. I think they're around 450 horsepower range. The good thing about these cars is you've got push to pass, and so those that don't know what that is, it's literally a go fast button. You know, I think it gives you extra horsepower for a given amount of time. I think it's almost a lap, or not even a lap. I think it's about 30 seconds. So I'm not sure if the other Brazil stock cars have that feature in other games. But it's a cool little thing. You know, I'm not sure if you've raced any mods with that.
Only DRS.
Yeah. So yeah. So it's got push to pass. I think some touring car mods have that. So yeah, it's a great car. It's unfortunately it didn't get enough traction to be included in this event. But nonetheless, we have Class 1, which is...
First class, Class 1.
Oh, sorry, yeah, First Class, Class 1. So we'll just jump on with Matt Nipris and see how it goes. Here's a Nissan GTR. I think we have the Nissans, we have Audis, BMWs, there's an Aston, you got Lexus, you got all the GT500 class, and also you have the DTMs mixed in one class, which is pretty cool.
Which is first class?
First class is all of them. So what class? It's class 1. Class 1 is when they've actually adopted DTM and GT500 and put them in one class.
And so is it the case that some of the cars are DTM and some of them are GT500?
Yeah,
They're just in the same class?
Yeah. So for example, here we're on board with Matt Nipris in the Nissan.
Yeah, in the Nissan.
It's a GT500 based car, but they've been balanced to race with the DTM. So they're all in one class with the same kind of physics and whatnot.
And is that Audi behind him? Is that a DTM?
That will be a DTM, yeah. So that's
Copy Ted.
That's Vlad Madritzky in that.
So he's right on him, yeah. These things sound pretty good.
Yeah.
I wonder who's running their wing the lowest, because... Yeah. Oh, Matt's off. Oh.
So at the moment, Matt Nipris is on top of the timing charts. Oh no, Chris Nipris just jumps in the lead with a 2:21. So these cars are fast, and you're doing 2:21 lap times. So just to put that in perspective, it is.
I did 3 minutes in the pace car.
Yeah, so it is a long track. It's fast track. So we go back. Go on board. We'll actually go on board with Vlad. So Drav's quite familiar with the Audi. When the GT Club ran the DTM series for about 6 or 7 rounds with, yeah, he was in the Audi and he was really quick. So. Let's see what he can do. So I'm quite sure these cars have DRS. I'm not sure if the track is set up for it though, so it'll be interesting to see. Let's see if...
They may have it on all the time.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a view on his rear bumper.
Would it be animated on the wing?
Yep, it should be. So let's see if that wing moves. Well, hopefully, I know the normal DTMs are animated, so. Yeah, I'm not sure. Doesn't seem like it. It looks like he's abandoning that lap, so we'll just jump on to Matt. Oh, and he goes out wide. So I think these cars do have traction control, but no ABS.
Yeah, copy that.
Yeah. So yeah, if anyone's watching and racing tonight and are in Class 1, let me know if DRS is working, because it'd be interesting to know. Matt goes into the pits. So who else is out there? Let's jump on board Justin Radiates, another fast driver. He's in the BMW. And
oh, set up.
Yeah, it's such a good looking car. These cars are so fun to drive. Like, oh, and he's locked up. So, like I said, there's no ABS on these cars, so it's, you know, pretty easy to lock those brakes up, because I think they run on mediums. If I'm mistaken. Yeah, beautiful looking car. Great cars to drive, very fast. When set up right, they feel so good and so rewarding to get right. So.
Looks like the early lap is 2:21 to beat. Got both the nippers in the 2:21.
Yep. So we've got Chris coming out of the pits now. He's also very familiar with these type of cars. He also raced in GT Club's DTM series. Me and him got into a few good battles. Very competent driver, very fast, very competitive. You know, he'll.
Well, you gotta be.
What's that?
You gotta be.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's competitive and he's fair at the same time, you know, like, so, yeah, it's great racing with him, and with most of these guys on here, you know, you got Matt Nippers, you know, you got Vlad, Justin Radiox, Josh Hill, Superstar,
although Superstar, he had a questionable last round in the ATCC.
Yeah, right, so he's...
That's weird, but you know, the red mist descends for everyone now and again.
So he's in a British touring car. I think that would be the Ford Focus.
That's it. Yeah, that'd be my second choice after the. Have you tried that mod with the BTCC?
Well, I've actually entered into the AK Racing BTCC series.
Yep.
Hopefully, I can make a few rounds. I've had a quick test with the Ford Focus, and I think the Audi.
The Audi is one of them won't be allowed because one of them has a huge advantage over the others. So most leagues are banning. I think it's the Audi.
I think it's
and
the Alpha
Toyota as well.
I heard the Alpha is actually much faster than everything.
Oh,
else.
The Alpha, yeah, it's probably the Alpha and also the Toyota. Although since the Alpha is drumming up a lot of attention, it's sort of taking the attention off the Toyota, which some people have found to also have a huge advantage.
Yeah, right. So I just went with the Ford Focus because I'm.
Yeah, that'd be my second choice, but I like the sound of the Civic a lot.
Yeah. So the other person in the British touring car is T Hammer. I'm not sure what his first name is, but Mr. Hammer is in a BMW, the eBay BMW. Looks like he's doing some runs for eBay. If anyone's doing some online shopping,
I think everyone is.
Yeah. So who else we've got? We've got Matt Southall, who just come into the server, and he's also in a Nissan GTR.
Very popular choice tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And we have Mr. Lee Walker in another BMW. So the BMWs and the Nissan GTRs are the cars to go to at the moment.
Alright, now why don't you run us through the format of tonight?
If
all the sessions that we have.
So Lee Walker, yeah, if I would have known, I would have sent you some setups your way, because I'm sure they will be pretty compatible to the original DTMs, but you'll get there. Lee Walker, if you're still listening, let me know if there is DRS available on these cars. That would be good to know. So, Vlad Madritzky has actually dropped his time. He's only 0.8 down from the leader. Still in third, but starting to get up to speed.
I think he's a good chance for a podium today.
Yeah, So you know, it's so, but it is good that to see there's going to be some close racing. You know, he's abandoned that lap. So we'll go
It's
to
going to be all about the setup here.
Yeah, it is. Because it's such a high speed track.
Now I know a lot of people don't like to hear that because they don't want to worry about not having the right setup. But it can be an advantage as well if you just tune something, you find a little something, that can give you an advantage.
Yeah.
You don't have to search too hard for it. You just got to make it comfortable. It's got to feel good, feel better than the other setups, and you know you're getting somewhere.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, so what do you do? Because it's you've got a lot of straights everywhere. You know, you want to run as least downforce as you possibly can, but not to compromise your handling at the same time. You know what I mean?
I always reckon go with the handling. You'll make that time up through the corners or wherever it feels better.
Yeah, but that's a problem because if you get some guys that are up to scratch with the cars, up to speed, and they've got low downforce, and because these cars are so got so much downforce, and if you reduce that and still have a good car to drive, they're just gonna sprint out the front. You know what I mean? Right?
That's true. What you see, especially in ACC a lot, the guys drop their wings, trim it all down, they spin at Eau Rouge.
Yeah.
And you drive straight past them.
Oh, these cars will be so good on Spa. That would be so awesome.
I mean, I love Spa when it's raining.
When it's raining?
Yep.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But everyone wants to go as fast as they can. So if you have a setup which is quick, but you make a mistake pretty often, in the end it's going to cost you more time making those mistakes.
Yeah.
So that's why I always go for comfortability. Because all up, you want to get to the end as quickly as possible.
True. And you know, I'm not sure what the let's see what damage he's got it set at. So damage is at 50%, and tire and fuel is set at 100%. So quite pretty standard. Nothing dramatic. I'm not sure what these tires are like.
Hopefully someone will give us a read on that as the night goes on.
So let's. What tires are they on? Does it say? For the DRF, which is also known as the class, we'll class it as DRF. So the DRF class, it doesn't really show what tires are on. So fortunately, that's not that great information. So let's we'll jump on board with Justin Radiax. We'll get a good first-hand view of what this track is like in a BMW Class 1.
Again, it's got the feel of Sebring, Road America, those sorts of tracks.
Yeah.
The close walls, the sort of runway-esque tarmac, very, very nice. Even in the pace car, I was able to have some fun out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Indy cars would be good around here, or the Renault RS01.
Yeah, that's a brilliant car to drive, that thing.
That would be amazing. And the Maserati MC GT4. The sort of one that came in with the AC DLC ages ago. Could easily be mistaken for a real track.
Yeah. Because the track is based on real life roads. Like, it'd be such an awesome like street kind of, you know.
Blue flag, blue flag. All right. So what are the rules on the classes here? Just so everyone is familiar with the multi-class.
So when it comes to multi-class and passing, is that what you mean?
Yes.
So how would that work is usually the slower cars would have right of way, meaning it's not up to them to get out the way of the faster cars. So usually in just Justin Radio, just that. So when it comes, if the slower class is in a battle, they're in no way entitled to move out the way. It's up to the faster class to get past them cleanly and without any issues. So yeah. But if you're in a slower class and a faster car is coming up, and you're not really in a kind of battle, then I would, you know, recommend that, you know, you just move out the way cleanly and yeah. That's multi-class racing regarding passing 101.
Thanks for that, Juro.
Yeah. So I think tonight is a rolling start, so let me check that. Head into GoRace's Discord. Oh no, it's a standing start. My mistake. So tonight will be a standing start.
That'll be a safe bet. Will there be reverse grid?
I think it's just the one race, 25 lap.
Copy that.
Yeah. So I think.
So mandatory pit stop.
Yes. The mandatory one pit, I believe. So I think, yeah, just yeah. So I think they will have 10 minutes each class for
Qualifying on their own, yeah.
Yep. Still into practice, still waiting for some people to join, I think. Let's see the entry list. So yeah, I think we are waiting just on a few more. And I think we've got a couple more British touring cars waiting to come, so these cars do sound so nice though.
Yeah, great sounds on these.
Now, I just wonder what tyres they're on. It'd be good to know as well, like, and to see how much, you know, how good are they going to last? You know what I mean?
Tyre weight's at 100%. If it's split half-half, you do 13 laps. They should be fine on tyres. They should be fine. Even on the most degrading tyres that I've had, you can do 13 laps easy, so.
Yeah.
But you can still do the overcut and undercut, depending on how good you are in pit lane, depending on how well your pressures are. And managing traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can only see the tyre data on the BTCCs.
Yeah, that's right. Same here.
It's very curious.
But at the moment, we've only got two drivers that are in the BTCCs. So hopefully we get some more come. Otherwise, it will be literally a head-to-head race in that class, and it's such a big track. If someone goes off or has,
That's it.
it's going to be a pretty lonely race.
A lonely road. Well, I'll refill my water and be back for qualifying.
Let's jump on with Vlad Madritzky in the Audi DTM. Well, it's a DTM style, but it's still Class 1. Class 1 is a real life car series where they combine the DTM with the GT500s. So I reckon we've got about 15 minutes left in practice. So hopefully Justin Rediex, he's starting to get the times down. He's just under 3.5 seconds off the pace. And knowing Justin, it won't take him long to get there. So, and we have Lee Walker a little bit down on the pace. I'm guessing he hasn't really done much practice. With these cars, you do need to do quite a bit of practice in to get the feel of them. Because if you don't, they can be a bit of a handful. But once you get it right, they are so rewarding to drive. So hopefully he gets his times down. And we've got Joshua Hill coming to, he's leading the second class, which is the BTCCs. He's currently in the Audi. So he's setting pace only just. We have Superstar in the Ford Focus. Like, we're talking, wow, like 1,000th of a second or something like a, or hundredths of a second, whatever you want to call it, I'm not sure. And it looks like we have no, we've got no noise coming from the Focus. It is hybrid. Guys, this is a hybrid Ford Focus. I've got no volume on that, unfortunately. sure what's going on there. And we have T Hammer in the BMW. He's currently in the pits. We've got Matt Southwell finding and testing the limits of the track. And he's having some fun. He's either having fun or he's not liking the car. Oh, Matt, I'm thinking that you have done zero practice, and alright, let's get onto Vlad Madritzky, who's really hammering down on the times, just off on the top spot. And Vlad Madritzky really knows this car. He's driven this in the GT Club's DTM series, so it's something he's actually familiar with. So he won't, you know, this is going to be a good race. It's going to be close. It looks like he's up 2/10 in the first sector. Purple sector, purple middle sector. On board, see how the car behaves and see how it's reacting to his inputs. Showing unload 21, is it? Yeah. So Vlad Madritzky on top of the leaderboard with a 2:21 flat.
Alright, so where are we at? Have they kicked off yet?
We're just on board Vlad, which just topped the timing sheet board. Sorry, with a 2:21 flat. Blistering time. So, like I was saying before, so these cars are fast. So he's doing a 270, looked like a 275 down what you call the main straight or the pit straight. So you know, he's putting the pedal down, that's for sure.
Haven't the Niprises done 21s?
Yeah, so...
Both Matt and Chris.
Yeah,
oh, what happened there?
Let's see if I can see, yeah, individual timing. So we've got Vlad with a 21 flat, Chris Nipris on a 21.4.
It's interesting.
21.9 for Matt Nipris. Then we have Justin Radiex, who's, you know, on a 24.8. We have Lee Walker. He seems struggling with his cars a little bit.
He said he didn't have a setup.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm not seeing the right ones. The ones for the 21s for the Niprises are gone. For me, they got 22s and 23s.
Oh no, I've got 21. Yeah.
I have to reset the board here.
Yeah, it's possible. So,
It's P-Tracker, so.
Lee Walker's usually, he's a really fast driver. He's just probably struggling in these cars. He probably hasn't done much practice, but hopefully he can get up to speed during the race. I think most of these guys are in the pits. I think that they might
They
be
were being
starting,
briefing.
yeah, drivers briefing. So.
And you're running the competition UI.
Yeah, that's right. So while they're doing that, and so let's check out this track for you guys.
So have they all stopped?
They've all stopped. They're all in pits. So they're probably in drivers briefing.
So you're going to go out there?
Oh, if you want to go out there, if you want to jump out, and
You go ahead.
I'm sort of like on free cam, so
Oh, you're checking out the water and stuff, the lake.
yeah. So I'm just gonna run around the track with free cam, just so you guys get to have a feel of the track and the kind of surroundings that is. It's a very fast track, very high flowing. You get some, even this corner, even it looks like a 90-degree bend, but it's actually really fast. It's a really fast corner. Um,
It's a lot like Sebring.
yeah, that's right. So it's sort of like Sebring. You got a lot of,
If you've seen Sebring, you've seen this.
yeah, you got, it's a
Oh,
tight
that's on a
circuit
bridge
with
though. There's the
walls.
bridge there. So
You
it is
do have
around a lake.
you do have some runoff. Like if you go in too deep, you got a bit of
And there's a
runoff, but
huge
not
bridge
that
there.
much. If you run off too much, you are gonna visit that wall. That's for sure. Um, and this is the bridge that the creator of this track wanted to make a track because of this bridge. So it's with this bridge, the track does narrow a little bit. So I've seen um, in some races where you'll go 3 wide and then the track unexpectedly narrows, as you can see here. So um, hopefully the drivers are aware of that because yeah. So hopefully they see that coming. So you actually get some quite good panoramic views through this bridge.
It feels
Big
like
car.
somewhere
So
you go on holiday.
it's actually a quite long straight this. So you
But
got a
it's a
lot of,
holiday location.
yeah. So you're
It's like
flying
somewhere in
down here.
Miami.
This is another big braking zone, a good corner to do some overtaking attempts. So I think we'll see a lot of passing coming down that straight onto here. Again,
Yeah, the
if you
first
go,
class
if
will
you,
be overtaking the
yeah, so that's right.
second class.
Um, Again, there is some runoff room, but not much. Like if you outbrake, especially in the in class one, which are the GT500s and the DTMs, because they have no ABS. Um, yeah, you pretty want to make sure you've got your braking zones all set in your mind, um, and so you're not collecting the wall and getting unnecessary damage. When you come down here in this short sort of sprint um, straight, another very fast. Even though it's a 90-degree bend, it's actually very fast. Um, then they come down here. This is all flat out through here. They wouldn't be lifting off. They'll be flat out. Then again, they'll be hard on the brakes. That you'll have to slow down around this corner because it is almost like a double apex kind of corner. So you'll have one almost like a two apex, but then you come into a hard right-hander that sort of goes around. It is an odd corner. Gonna come down another decent straight. There's a small kink just before the braking zone, as you can see. So there's a small kink. You have to line up the car correct, especially if you want to try to do some overtaking. Those cones are pretty much the braking zone. So then you come into this right-hander, which is almost... It is a weird corner. You know, almost like another double apex in a way. Then you're coming to the last parts of the track. This is the pit entry, and the last parts you sort of have, that's flat out through there, or should be. And the last corner.
Oh, everyone's leaving all of a sudden.
Alright.
I think they're getting some last minute practicing.
Yeah, they're probably doing some last minute practice, maybe some
Practice their entries.
Pit entries, yeah. So.
Alright, looks like Ben Piper's joined.
This is the last corner, and yeah, it is a pretty cool track. It's very fast. Like it's a long track. Like, you know, the British touring cars, they're doing that in 2 minute and 50s. So it's a long track. Then you got the class ones. They're fast. They're faster cars. They're faster than GT3s by far, easily. And they're doing this in 2 minute and 2 minute 20s. So I think GT3s were doing it in what I can remember, because we ran this track in the CLUB GT3 series last year, and I think we were doing it in no, that's my memory. Maybe a 230, 240s, I can remember. So yeah, you guys who have just joined, this will be a 25 lap race with it's a multi-class with 2 classes. You have what you'll see now, which is a class 1. It's a class 1 series. It incorporates the DTM and GT500s into one class, so they're all balanced quite equally. And we also have the British touring cars. And we were meant to have a 3rd class, which is a Brazilian stock car, and we had a bit of a chat about that earlier, and that would have been good to see. But unfortunately, I don't think we got enough interest in those. But I reckon Matt Nipris will definitely give these cars another try. So yeah. Rhino, Sveg, so many bad memories. Yeah, me too. I had a bit of a shock of that night, but nonetheless, it is a very, very good and fast track.
Looks like the BTCs are quicker than the Nismos.
Oh, the stock minnows, yeah, they probably would be.
I can't keep up with Josh Hill.
Here we have our broadcaster running around in his car.
You got to break in a straight line with this. I think I went the wrong way.
We might as well put you in the race, you know.
May as well.
have a
The third class.
the third class will be the broadcasters' cars.
I could beat some BTC.
Alright, let's jump on board with Chris Nipris. And then Nissan battling with the BMW DTM. And that, I reckon that would be Lee Walker.
He's got Lee Walker ahead of him and Superstar behind him.
Lee Walker's sort of struggling a little bit. It looks like he's struggling with top end pace in the BMW, in the DTM BMW.
Did you send him anything to get started with?
So what's that?
Did you send him anything to get started with?
I'm not sure if I'm gonna see if I've got any setups for that, actually. Actually wasn't thinking about it, but he seems like he's just struggling with that top end speed, so I reckon he's just running just a bit too much downforce. So yeah, I've just been informed that Class 1 will not be using DRS tonight.
Alright.
Because apparently it's broken. So there.
Maybe on a track level.
Yeah, maybe. I would say so. Maybe this doesn't have DRS zones, and I know that the fact when I was running DTMs that if it didn't have it, you have to set your own DRS zones, which it's not a hard process once you know how to do it, but it can be time consuming. So unfortunately, we are not running DRS.
The purists will like that though.
Whoa, those flames really shot out. I think they were flames. What was that? That was a bit weird.
What model was it on?
The BMW, like these flames were coming out like at least 3 meters out of the car. That doesn't sound right. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely does. Using DRS everywhere sort of does defeat the purpose because you get no advantage. So I would say that hopefully people don't use it. And I'm not sure if you can maybe disable it, but yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't think about sending Lee a setup. It's probably too late, and now we're in quali, and we are.
That means we've got to park up the Nismos, unfortunately, guys.
And we are off on quali with the BTCs coming out first, so they'll come first. They'll have a 10-minute run, and then the class 1s will have their 10-minute run, so it's a split qualifying session. And those flames, I must have some kind of setting on because I'm getting some mad flames.
Custom shaders.
Yeah, if you see the size of these flames, it must be just the current custom shaders I have set. And I have no volume, so guys, if you notice that I have no volume for the Ford Focus, unfortunately I don't know why. But I do have it for the BMW and the Audi.
Yeah, I don't think I have it for the Focus either.
Yeah, it is weird. It must be something broken with the sound. So we'll try this. We're on board now with Joshua Hill in the Audi. We'll go on board with him. We haven't really sort of focused on the British touring cars tonight. See him warming up the tyres. It looks like they're locked on the mediums. I'm not sure if there's other. I think it's.
I think there is. I think there is others, but they might be locked.
Yeah, they might be locked on mediums. So I'd say. Looks like he was topping out on 6th gear. These cars will be so cruisy around this track though. Such a long track, long straights. They'll have time to think.
The draft you think would make
too much time to think for my liking, you know. I'll be like thinking about other things.
I know, that's what I mean. It's a place to go on holidays. You go on vacation out here.
Looks like the, you know, like the Audi's quite planted. You know, it's nice. It's not fiddly. I'm thinking.
But it's a 4-door where most of them are 2-doors.
Yeah, but is the Audi rear wheel or front wheel?
I've got no idea. I'd say they're all front wheel, but I don't know.
I know the BMWs are rear wheel in the British touring cars.
Okay.
I know that much. Yeah, they've always been sort of rear wheel. I'm not sure.
Do we have an expert in chat who can tell us?
Yeah, I did say the Ford Focus is a hybrid Rhino. It's a hybrid Ford Focus, zero sound.
Oh, that's right. They did install the hybrid mod for the Focus.
So, yeah, it looks like Tesla has sponsored Ford tonight with the Ford Focus. So,
but it's within the same power envelope as the
so it's balanced.
Naturally aspirated, so it is balanced in there. It's nice.
Yeah. I think the Audi's four-wheel drive. Yeah, Lee Walker reckons the Audi's four-wheel drive. I would say it is. Not 100% sure. Got no way to check at the moment, so.
It looks like a car you'd take your family on a vacation on.
Yeah.
It's a perfect car to go vacationing in Sweden.
T Hammer. I want to see what his first name is because I don't want to call him T Hammer all night. So.
Toto.
Is it Toto?
Hammer. Yeah.
So Toto. So Toto Hammer in the BMW, the eBay BMW. So. Superstar in the Ford, and we've got Josh Hill in the Audi.
So Superstar, he'd be getting plenty of frames.
Yeah.
With that livery.
Yeah.
I think that may have slipped him a 3080 to use that
really?
for advertising, yeah. So well done to him, he'd be getting a lot of frames.
He's sponsored it, yeah.
So let's see if his frame rate improves tonight.
Unfortunately, there's only three British touring cars on track, or running tonight, which is unfortunate to see.
Hopefully, Dave Thornton will be here for the next one.
Okay, yeah.
TCX number 4, so tune in for that.
Yeah, so Dave Thornton, if you're listening, make sure.
Dave, where are you, Dave?
And of course, Dave Thornton is running the AK British Touring Car Series. Which
he's an absolute connoisseur of it.
I've signed up for, so let's see how that goes.
And the last season was with the older 90s mod.
Yeah, which I did have fun at the start, then unfortunately I couldn't finish off that series.
Had some of the best fun you'd have there, but then the other nights you'd just be punted off. To oblivion, so that's just the way it goes. I guess that's the formula of the series. But hopefully with the 2020 model, it'll be a bit more restrained because they don't snap sideways on you.
So,
on entry.
Sorry to cut you off. A fun fact: Toto Hammer, his name right there. I think it's been in front of me all night. Is coming coming to us from England. So
Welcome, Toto.
Welcome, Toto. You know, hopefully you have some fun tonight. And we have Josh Hill, who has put the first time on the board with a 2:52 in the
So that's 10 seconds quicker than the pace car.
Yeah. These cars are quite quick for what they are. You know, with what they usually have a 2 liter or something. 2 liter front wheel drives. I'm not sure if they're all sort of set in the 2 liter range, but I think most of them are. So these are very long laps for these guys. You know, you're in a 2
At 2:52, that's a chunky one.
You know, Josh Hill, he's really pushing those track limits. So you know, you don't really have that many laps to do in a 10-minute qualifying with a lap times of 2:52. So you've pretty much maybe get, you know, 4 laps. You know, so maybe 3 flying laps. You know, you're lucky to get anything more than that, I would say. You might even not make 3 flying laps, maybe only 2. So he's up on the first sector, only by just. Carl F, yeah, thanks, mate. Yeah, it is a shame with the turnout. You know, I think Matt Nipris he's done an incredible job running these multi-class event series. Yeah, unfortunately, there isn't that much interest, or you know, there weren't much interest in the BTCCs. There was meant to be another class, which was the Brazil stock car. Yeah, it wasn't there, but we've got definitely enough drivers in the class 1 to make it interesting. So hopefully we get a great show, you know. And there's
Yeah, absolutely.
and you know, all these guys are fast in all classes. So
It's a fantastic event,
yeah,
and I think it'll just grow over time.
yeah,
So share it with your friends and get some interest, because they're always chucking awesome classes together. So it'll be just great to see it grow.
yeah. It's good because you know, I think what Matt's trying to do is just trying to get all these different classes in one event. You know, all these different cars. You know, and but yeah.
I don't know how I was embarrassing the Nissan community. I must have been another stream they were watching.
I just saw that. How did I not
Because
see
in this
that?
stream, I was representing them quite well. Must be
James,
some YouTube glitch where the comments get,
yeah,
net code,
it's pretty embarrassing in my eyes to drive a Nissan in any time.
There we go. If you want some
You'll
bias,
see these comments flooding in. I would say,
I think
Matt, if
if
you're
we're gonna have the
listening,
Nissans up the
put
top,
me in the Merc. Carl F, yeah, boys, sometimes the combos don't suit everyone. It is true, yeah. It is hard to know what combos to choose. You know, it's a trial and error. I think so. While these guys are just finishing off their laps, and it looks like Class 1 is
Class 1 is
coming
out.
out. But to answer just to answer Carl F, so TCX 4, let's see what is going on there in the terms of the of the cars that are available. So we have got the V8 supercars, the V8 Utes, and Group A, which is I think the Australian touring car series. And we already got 3, 6, 7 entries for that event, so hopefully that grows. I think that's going to be a cool series. The V8 supercars, V8 Utes, and Group A. I think that's going to be really great. Carl F, I am not sure. Let's see. I reckon Matt will he'll commentate on his own driving. So I'm actually quite surprised they're actually taking their time on the outlap with Class 1.
Yeah, why are they waiting up?
I don't know, maybe, you think you've got unlimited time, you want to get as many laps out as possible.
They holding everyone up?
I don't think
We've got the 2 Nipris guys up the front.
I'm not sure what's going on at the moment. I think they're all sort of trying to warm up the tyres
by going as slow as possible. Oh, they're going now.
We got Matt Nipris.
They're going. And his brother behind him.
Yeah. And I hope Toto gets out the way. And now let's go on board with Matt Nipris. First out. Oh, just really pushing that car around there. He's really, really taking this car to the limits. And we've got the 2 Niprises. Let's see what Matt does in the first sector, which is coming up.
Chris is right on him now. I think he's gained some time on him.
Looks like Matt must have made a mistake.
It's always easier being behind.
Yeah, and right now he'll be getting a bit of a slipstream, and then
they might reverse it.
Yeah. So Matt gets a purple. They're all getting personal purples.
Oh, Matt's made up a bit of time again now. So I think they're strong in different sectors.
Yeah, so it could be all set up.
They must be running something similar. I don't know if they usually like the same thing or prefer different avenues.
I would say they'll have different driving styles, so yeah.
Well, they look fairly evenly matched, but I think Matt's just got the edge. Coming into Sector 3. And Chris is pushing.
Really twitchy on the brakes there. So they're coming up to pretty much the last corner, second to last corner. Let's see what Matt does. Coming onto the main straight. This will be the first time. So Matt jumps in front, Chris into second.
Very close.
Very close. Jump on board with Madritzky. He's a bit far behind.
Piper in third.
Piper in third.
Just under 3/10 off.
Radix in fourth. Lee jumps into fifth.
So Madritzky coming around the final turn now.
So Madritzky's got 2 purple sectors. So let's see what he does.
Can he split the 2 boys at the front?
He's
going straight to the top.
2:21. Straight to the top with a blistering time.
Almost a second quicker.
So yeah, let's see the gap between them.
And Matt's made a huge amount of time on Chris on this outlap, so.
Yeah, so Matt's again on a purple
You'll get a
sector
21.
for the
You'll
first
get a
sector.
21.
So his current prediction, get that back into the screen, is on a 22-1.
They should all improve, but
surely he's going to get faster. He's not quite there with Madritzky. Let's see. Oh, Walker's off the track. Oh, that would hurt. So he'll have to go all back around and to start another lap. So hopefully he's got enough time. Jump on back with Matt. Chris has dropped off a little bit. He's improved a little bit in the second sector, but not by much. His prediction's still on the 22-1, so let's see what he can do in the last sector. Just jump on Chris. You know, he's lost quite a bit of time in the second sector, so I think he will ride that lap off. And Madritzky, whoa, he's flying. He's on predicting on a 21-2. So he's really flying it. And
Chris Nipris has had a slide come round.
Yeah.
Onto the main straight. Chris Nipris.
So Chris, yeah.
That's going to cost him. I don't know if he's going to have enough time. He's not going to get another one in. So he'd be vulnerable to Ben Piper now.
Yeah. So I don't think
he's not going to get one in.
Nah, there's not in that time. No way. He might just do that just to get some. So Madritzky, he'll jump up top again with a 21 flat.
Very good.
Really good time. That's really fast. Now,
phenomenal.
You know, they're really dropping times now, and we'll jump on to Ben Piper. He's 1.8 off Madritzky. We'll jump on Justin Radiox as well. He's 3 seconds off. So he's up one whole second in the first sector. So he must have had a few bad couple laps. So hopefully he can improve in that. Matt Southwell, again, he's up 1.7 seconds in the first sector, so hopefully he can finish off this lap on a high. Matt Nipris off. He's had a spin. So, and then we've got Ben Piper, who's probably reacted to that, and he's off as well, so that's unfortunate to Ben Piper.
Rediak should get another lap in.
So we've got Matt Southwell as well, who's struggling to find the time. Looks like he's got. Is that Chris? No, it will be Matt Nipris in front of him. So hopefully Matt sort of finds his way. You know, he's usually quite competitive.
Like a lost soul.
Like Lee Walker, he's on a good lap. He's 2.6.
Southwell.
3 point. He's almost, you know, good. You know, 4 seconds up.
So Matt Nipris, is he going to come around? No, he's not going to make it.
Lee Walker. Oh no, that wasn't Lee Walker. Lee Walker's still going strong. No, he's backed off. Oh no. Oh, maybe it just looked like that. Sorry guys. Superstar, these BTCC are a white knuckle on the track rather than here. Yeah, unfortunately Superstar, you don't have more competitors. And that's the end of the
But at least he's got a good frame rate.
Yeah. You've got
a good frame rate, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
What graphics card do you have, Superstar? Let us know.
So, okay, let's just go through qualifying. We have Vlad Madritzky at the top with a 21 flat. That's a great lap. So first row we've got Vlad and Matt Nipris. Second row we've got Chris Nipris and Ben Piper. Third row we have Justin Radiex and Matt Southwell. And completing the fourth row is Lee Walker. And I'll suggest that these guys, they're just going to get faster and faster during the race, so we'll keep an eye on those guys. Topping the BTC field is Josh Hill, which did a 252 flat, Superstar, which did a 253 flat, and Toto Hammer, who is coming to us from all the way from England, and his ping is actually quite well on track, so we'll keep an eye on that. He's on a 256 flat, sorry, 0.7, but I would think that he'll improve during the race as well. So we've only got the 10 races, 10 spots on track, but I feel like this is going to be action-packed. I don't know. What do you think? What's your predictions, Hum?
My prediction is carnage at the hairpin at the back. There's a huge tight hairpin at the back.
Yeah.
And people are going to wipe each other out.
High frame rates confirmed. So Superstar's on 270 super.
He says it's the 2070 super.
2070 super, yeah.
So that's confirmed high frame rates.
High frame rates. You've got the high frame rates, mate. You've got...
I thought he was going to say some sort of AMD card, which would have been funny.
He's on 200 frames on a 34 curved.
Fair enough,
Sounds
mate.
about right. Yeah, it's pretty good. Living the high life. But yeah, so there we go. Ready to race. So this is a standing start. I've got the Audi and Nissan in the first row. So it's going to be an interesting race. Oh, I can't remember where we're going. No great. Let's get set up. Let's get it set up for the... Sorry for this. I've lost the track.
Will it automatically kick me to the box?
Yeah, I would say so. Just don't press go. Drive.
Alright.
Do not press drive. Hum.
Alright, have I already pressed it?
I know you're tempted. I know you're tempted.
Have I already pressed it?
So yeah, minute 20. I'm going to say this is going to be a great battle because Vlad Madritzky and Matt Nipris is they've definitely fought against each other in these type of cars. So they're no strangers to each other when it comes to racing against each other. So I'm going to see a good. I reckon we'll see a good battle, and I'm going to, thinking that Chris and the rest of the gang aren't going to be that far behind. So if these two battle it out, I think. But what's your predictions of the winner?
Well, I think if Chris doesn't hassle his brother, Matt might have a chance at taking Vlad.
Yeah. So I guess yeah.
So they'll have to work together to get Madritzky.
Yeah. Guys, put your predictions in chats. See who you think is going to win. So 5 lights are up, 6 lights are out, and we are racing. That's Chris Nipris,
Chris.
what a start.
So that's Trav, he's fallen back.
Yeah, Travis had a bit of a blunder start. off on the line. Just make sure my car's in pits, so don't want to be that left behind on track. Oh, and
Oh no, he's off.
and who's off?
That's Ben Piper up in a second.
Piper in second. He's actually going. He's really hustling Matt Nipris. Chris is still there.
Chris has got the run on him.
Oh, and Matt, no, and yeah, but he's on the outside. Chris. So this is sort of good news for Matt Nipris.
Now Drav's coming back in the picture.
And Drav there, really on the inside. He's really got that top end speed. Look at that.
Yeah, he's trimmed it out.
Right. He's really.
He's got him. He's got him. He's taking him.
Oh, and Chris looks for the inside. Changes his mind on the last second. Vlad holds second. Oh, gets out a bit sideways. Oh, it looks like that Matt Southall collected the ball there. Back here. Oh, Piper off the racetrack. He's really trying to push. He's trying to hold third. Chris on the outside. Gets it done. Good move. Great racing right there. Oh, and Piper fights back on the inside.
He's got him. Oh, Chris is turning in. That's very close.
Very close. Try to pass Ben as soon as fast as possible to try to keep up with Matt and Vlad. Vlad really closing down on Matt Nipris. But it's starting to calm down a little bit. Oh, let's go back to the BTCCs. There's so much action we almost forgot about these guys, but we've got Superstar out in front with Hill right behind, and we've got Toto.
Toto's fallen away a bit.
He's fallen away. He's probably just had a bit of.
He's still in the hunt.
He's still in the hunt. If these guys keep battling, you know, he's still there. So he's gonna, you know, we'll have to keep an eye on all these guys because. Bit of a slipstream. Superstar defends his position.
Oh, Vlad's making a move on.
Yeah, so we got Vlad on the inside of Nipris, and Nipris.
Oh, he's kept it.
Really doesn't have an answer. Nipris defends really well. Piper's still in front of Chris Nipris, and Justin Radek's not that far behind. And not even Matt Southwell still in. You can see the guys in front of him if he keeps it clean.
Oh, Matt! Big slide for Matt. It's put Trevor right on him.
Yeah, so this gives a chance for Vlad. Tucks outside of the slipstream on the inside. Can Matt? Oh no!
Oh no!
Matt. That was sloppy. That was sloppy. Vlad was clearly really on the inside. So.
Well, I'll let the stewards talk on that one.
Yeah, let's see. I think Matt knew, and that's why he's held back and given Vlad that position. So this is going to be.
Well, that's opened it up now.
This has given the race
Piper
open. Piper's up in the front. Actually, he's actually put on a bit of a lead. He's actually opened the gap to Chris, so doing quite well. He's inherited the lead, but nonetheless, let's see how. It's going to be a big big job for these guys now to try to close the gap. Okay. So let's see how they go. It's a long race. We're 3 laps down in a 25 lap race, so plenty of time to come. I'm sure those guys, they're gonna fight to the bitter end. Let's get back onto Piper. Chris around a second behind, so you know Chris will just have to buck down and try to close that gap. We've got Toto Hammer, who's just did a personal best. We'll get back into these guys because these guys are having a great battle. Side by side, a drag race, an Audi. So he'll just pass his Superstar, but Superstar will fight back. Does he look for her inside? No, he doesn't.
Lock up.
And well, these guys I think these guys are going to be bumper to bumper all the way.
You'd certainly hope so. They're having a great time.
Yeah, I think these guys are having a great time. Like I think they're just having one hand on the wheel, one hand on the beer. This is a crazy race with these cars. Oh no! Superstar had to slam on the brakes. Oh. Unfortunately, we've only got sound just for the Audi because for whatever reason we don't have sound for the Ford Focus.
Yeah, they installed the electric mod on it. So.
Yeah, so we're saying it's a hybrid. It's not even a hybrid. It's just full electric. Hybrids obviously got electric and petrol, but this is a full electric car. Oh, bit of a bump and grind. He's telling Joshua Hill to hurry up. Just go up the front because Chris Nipras is actually starting to fall behind a little bit.
Madritzky's just taken Southwell as well.
And Madritzky just taking Southwell, so he's on the hunt, he's on the move. And Matt Nipras won't want to let Drab get too far in front. He'll have to try to stick, and Matt Southwell
what happened there?
Gets out the way. Sensibly, I think he just knows he's not in that fight, so yeah. We've got Justin Radix splitting the front guys and the battle with Vlad and Matt. He's sort of in no man's land at the moment, but it could be a strategy as well, you know. It all depends the fuel load.
Yeah, you don't know what people are running yet.
Yeah, so one thing you do, you never count out Justin Radix out of the race. That's for sure. These guys are still at it. You know, Superstar, you know, he'll have to try to, you know, hold on to the back of Joshua Hill. Because sometimes these cars, you know, they'll, you know, the Ford Focus is usually pretty good on tyres and fuel, so see how that goes. And Chris is starting to close that gap ever so slightly to Ben Piper. Personal best. Vlad's actually starting to pull gap from him and to Matt. Sorry.
He's got a while to get ready, though.
Carl F. Good stuff, Matt. Made the race more interesting. Yeah, definitely has. But knowing Vlad, he's just got his head down and he'll be just trying to pull in the guy in front of him ever so closer and closer. And sometimes this is where you see the best of Vlad Madritzky, is when he's behind and he'll start pulling lap times to close the gap. So, you know. Oh! And Ben must have made a mistake because now it's under a second up the front. Chris has really closed the gap.
He's right on him.
Yeah. Chris will be looking at that Audi and seeing where its weaknesses are and pouncing at the right moment. Let's go on board with Chris. Chris, we'll see what the car's handling, how it's looking. Oh, gets it in the last second there. They've already caught Toto Hammer. Gets out the way.
Well out of the way.
Yeah. Good job. Job to Toto of seeing that the car's approaching him and getting out of the way. The gap's just opened up a little bit again, so Ben Piper would have had a mistake.
Just a wheel in the grass or something.
Yeah.
Just to upset his rhythm.
But what he'll have to do is just put his head down and just focus on his race and try not to make mistakes. And because every time he does, it starts bringing in the guys. And Vlad's already past radius. I didn't see that. So that would have happened a while ago, actually. So why isn't Matt Nippers so far behind?
Could be struggling with damage.
Matt Nippers has really fallen behind Vlad. So Vlad's...
Yeah, he's wide again.
So there you go. It's actually quite a big lap. So I reckon Matt might have made a mistake. So
yeah, he's running wide here and there.
Yeah.
So maybe just pushing a bit too hard.
Yeah. So I think knowing Matt, he'll be filthy with himself with that mistake, and he'll just take a big deep breath and deal with that after the race and focus on his race at the moment. You know what I mean? Southwell's off.
Oh, it's a shame. Oh.
That was a shame. He was actually doing.
He was doing really well.
Yeah. Lee Walker passes Toto. Let's jump on board with Ben. He's opened the gap to more than 2 seconds from Chris Nipris, so he's doing a good job. And Lee Walker does his personal best.
I reckon Dravel will catch up with the top two pretty quick.
Yeah, but is he gonna use his tyres up from doing that? That's the question. You know, he's almost 11 seconds off from the front, from Ben. Oh, and Superstars has passed Josh Hill. I missed that one as well.
Well, these guys have still been going at it.
Yeah, so these guys have been nose to tail from the start. So Josh Hill must have made a mistake and just let Superstar get by. So that is another battle to watch out for. So let's see. Let's see who's made the biggest grounds. Obviously Ben Piper has made up 3 spots. Chris Nippers has made 1, Vlad has dropped 2, Matt has dropped 2, Justin Redix is where he started in 6. Lee Walker has made up 1 spot, and Matt Southwell has lost 1. And these guys are still battling. And you see Josh Hill just going off track, just giving room for the faster cars to get by. So these guys will be battling all race, I would say. So keep an eye on those guys. We'll go back onto Chris Nipris, who's closed the gap down again to 1.2 seconds. It's been a bit of a yo-yo between these guys.
Ben Piper's doing well with the pressure on him.
Yeah, but Madritzky is on the move. He is flooring it. So he's down to 7 seconds away from Chris. So he's on the move. Oh, Chris has really closed the gap. So Ben must have made a mistake. He's under a second now. So this is what I was talking about. You like they're just actually giving themselves unnecessary pressure. So, and you see Vlad in background. He's not that far. That is a perfect view there.
And he was the quickest in qualifying. He'll be on the back of him.
Yeah, by far. Like he was a second quicker than the next guy. So these guys they'll know that Vlad's up there. So let's see how long they can keep him behind. On a track like this, and if you've got good top end speed, it's going to be very hard. He's under 6 seconds now. Let's go on board with Vlad. He's pushing this car pretty hard to try to catch those guys at the front. Car just looks so stable, doesn't it?
I mean, yeah, I think some of them got their setup right and some of them haven't.
He's really flying, like barely touching the brakes. Chris must have made a mistake because he's now 1.5 seconds behind. Let's go back to the BTCC battle. Josh Hill still trailing Superstar.
These guys know each other quite well from the ATCC Masters.
Right, so they've obviously raced against each other before, so...
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. But obviously we have Joshua Hill, he's involved in the GT Club's GT4 as well, so... And so are you, So,
Yep, that's it.
yeah. So it's a bit of a, like a, you know, connected, you know, kind of community, you know, stretching from different leagues. Keep an eye. Chris Nipris has closed the gap again. Oh, Vlad, man, he's really got the view on these guys. So he's only 2.7 seconds behind.
And he's got 15 laps to do it, which you'd think would be enough time.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have to battle him either. He could pit early or later.
It's not even halfway through, so. Chris. And that's the gaps.
So what could you do if you're Chris?
And Vlad does
224.
224. Wow.
Yeah, his tyres are fine.
Yeah. He's got no problems.
Yeah, what could you do if you were Chris?
Don't know. I wouldn't make it that easy for him at the same time, but I don't want to slow my race down, you know. So what would you do? Would you let Vlad pass?
No,
and so
no way.
hopefully Ben Piper battles him, so you draw Ben Piper closer to you? So
Nah, it never works that way.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's difficult. It's because there's no traffic for Ben.
Yeah, but
So if you battle with Drav, it will slow you down.
Yeah.
But you're still giving up a position.
Yeah.
But it looks like Drav has trimmed it out, so he has the straight line speed.
Yeah. So the way I'll look at it is, okay, look, I'm not going to hold Drav for much, you know, for too much. And if I try to hold him up aggressively, I'm going to slow myself down. But if you do let him pass, and then if Ben tries to defend, which he probably will because he's in first place, does that slow them down for you to really get right behind Ben? Because it looks like Chris...
Oh, a bit of traffic makes it interesting.
Toto...
Oh, Drav's gone off trying to avoid it.
Drav's just...
That's...
Drav probably was a little bit impatient there. Oh, someone's off. It was Toto. He is off. Get back to this battle right here. Sometimes when you come up to a back marker, you just have to be a little bit patient.
Yeah, you absolutely do. It's because he was right on the back of him.
Yeah.
But oh, I know he's pitting.
And Drav's in the pits. So he's the first one to blink, and he will think like best to pit, get out, and do the undercut. And I think that is the right strategy for him. Chris and Ben will have to try to react to this. If they don't pit this lap, I think they sort of...
Yeah, their best time's 2 seconds slower. I don't know if they've done a 21 yet.
Yeah, Vlad's already on the move.
Looks like Chris is on a personal best though.
He is. I think he knows he can't, you know, he has to get on a move on. What would you do? Would you try to pit and cover Vlad, or would you just race your own race against...
It depends if you've already given up the fight against Vlad.
Oh, and Chris gets right in the back of Ben. Oh, if I was Chris, I would pit in this lap, even to do the undercut over Ben.
But what if Ben goes in as well? You'd want to...
You'll have to follow. Because I would say...
You're trusting him to go into the lane as quick as he can.
Yeah.
Otherwise, then you could lose time to Vlad. Alright, let's see what they do. He's right on him now.
Yeah.
So I think the decision is getting to Ben. He's been checking his menus and stuff. That's what people do, they flick through their menus.
Yeah. So he'll be
Maybe Chris is doing the same thing.
he'll be adjusting his pit strategy.
His pressures maybe.
Yeah. So Matt Nipris, he's sort of been consistent around that 13, 14 second behind these guys, so he's not really made much ground whatsoever. You got Vlad on the move.
They both stay out, both Piper and Nipris stay out.
Yeah, so I think they go, I'm not going to worry about Vlad, and they're racing their own race.
Because you're not even halfway there.
Yeah.
Or
So
you're just getting to it. So.
For them not pitting, meaning they sort of not going to bother defending against Drav. So KF Toto needs to put the hammer down. Yeah. Toto hammer, put the hammer down.
He's got some traffic coming up behind him.
Yeah, so you know he gives him gives him enough room. Oh, who was that? Was that Matt South? No.
Oh.
Who was that? Oh,
Lee Walker.
Lee Walker gets it all wrong. Not sure if Toto Hammer had a hand in that. Let's see, you know.
Superstar's well ahead of Josh Hill now because of the traffic.
Not by too much because Superstar. Oh yeah, Superstar's still. He's about 3 seconds. So maybe the tyres are starting to hurt on the Audi. So we'll keep an eye on that. But let's keep on the battle this. Chris Nipris, half a second behind Ben.
Do you reckon these guys will be vulnerable to Matt Nipris?
No, because Matt Nipris has been, like I said before,
his pace isn't good enough.
He's been 13 seconds behind Chris, 13, 14 seconds, quite consistently. I don't see him actually gaining ground to these guys. So either Matt's tyres are shot for some reason, or for some reason he's not having that pace he had during qualifying and practice. So something's hurting. Maybe it's damage. He's just passing those back markers. Oh, you know, he's shot into the pits. I think he had enough. And he's probably going to put some new boots on that, fix up whatever damage he had, and get a move on. Got Justin Radix in the pits as well. Matt Nipris is already on the move. I would say he didn't have much damage because it was a pretty quick pit stop. And Ben Piper. Like this battle has been going on for pretty much the whole race.
They're so equally matched.
Audi versus Nissan. At the moment, Ben Piper's had the upper hand pretty much for the majority of this race.
Alright, are they going to split the stints in half?
So we're pretty much around. We're halfway through the race now.
Yeah, will they do it?
Yep. And let's see what their strategy is. Do they take a longer first stint and a shorter second stint? Fresh tyres, low fuel, or do they split it equally? But they both they go on for another lap. So jump on board to Superstar. Still a bit of a gap. Let's see if Josh Hill comes into this lap. I reckon his tyres.
Yeah, he's got to do something.
I reckon his tyres are gone. A shot.
How long would they last though?
Not sure. They're on mediums, but it just looks like he's just struggling for grip. Let's see if he goes into the pits. No, he stays out.
No.
Let's jump on board. Oh, there's a bit of understeer. I think he's pushing the car a bit too hard. He's got that BMW flying going. Oh, and he goes wide and he just scrapes the wall. He would not be happy about that whatsoever. To lose, just that gap's increasing between him and Superstar. Jump on board Chris Nicholas again. Oh, and Piper wide. Then Chris goes out wide. Oh, they're both in the pits.
Oh, copy that.
Piper and Chris Nicholas, they both follow each other into the pits. Oh, that was a real quick pit stop from Chris Nicholas. It almost looked like he didn't even put the tyres on. Wow, that was really quick. So he's actually jumped Piper and he's in front of... He's actually pulled...
He's well ahead.
Yeah, that was blistering fast pit stop. So I don't know what happened there. Piper just falls behind Madritzky. So Madritzky didn't actually make up that much time, surprisingly. Piper has still got a chance, you know, if he can hold on to the back of and follow Madritzky, you know, he's on a good chance here. He's obviously still on a podium, but well, definitely that was really strange with Chris. He that was just too fast.
Like he didn't do tyres.
Like he stopped like a splash and go. It's like he just whacked.
Maybe that's allowed in the regulations.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure if it's actually a mandatory tyre. So I'll have to look into that, or I'll see after the race. But nonetheless, he's in front. Let's see what what he can do against Vlad. He'll be surprised with that, I would think.
He may have just a little bit of an off.
Yeah, he could
just to bring the average down a bit, because he definitely wasn't doing 220s straight up and down, so.
Let's see what happens. Let's see.
Chris can do this, though. You can do it.
He can do it. Let's see. Matt's actually fallen.
He's well back. Something's up in there.
He's really struggling during the race, which is surprising. Just not finding the car as comfortable as he did during quali and practice. So keep an eye on that. We'll jump on board Justin Radix. He's just had a bit of a lonely race, I would say, Justin and Lee Walker.
They just probably need a bit longer to dial in their setups.
Yeah.
Because it's just that sort of track.
Yeah, it's those sort of cars as well, like, because I've had a bit of experience with these cars.
They're very sensitive.
Yeah, that's right. We've got Matt Southwell just really struggling to be in tune with these cars.
The spinner and the roll bar would need a tweak.
Yeah, he's just not finding it stable. Really twitchy. As he's gone out wide, I don't think he's pitted yet, so I would say, like, your best pitting, fixing whatever damage you have. New rubber, and he's collected the wall again. He's having a bit of a bitch of a time.
Madritzky's definitely getting closer to.
Oh yeah, he's under a second now.
Friend Chris now.
And now he's going to start to apply the pressure. Now, how long can Chris keep him behind, and maybe you can get Ben. Ben might follow into this battle as well. Oh, Chris out wide, locks up the
No, you won't be happy with that.
No, that would definitely not help. I don't think he changed tyres. I think his tyres are really struggling. Madritzky's just got him. Oh, look at the speed difference. Chris he keeps it on the outside. Oh, well done, Chris. Oh.
Very good work. He's great defensively, isn't he?
Yeah, very aggressive. But this starts bringing Ben Piper. Like I said, Ben Piper, only 1.3. It was almost 2 seconds before. So, Chris will defend.
Trav knows that he can be patient, just sitting in behind and waiting. But will he have another incident with another Nippers and allow Ben Piper through?
Well, Ben Piper, you know, he's sitting back and watching, you know. Getting that slip, pulls on the inside.
He can't do it from there.
He's pretty good under brakes. Chris leaves him the room though, which is very, very kind of him. But Ben is right in there now. Right in there. So one little mistake from Vlad, and Ben will take all the advantage he can get. And what a battle this has become. Top 3.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to be vulnerable here.
Yeah.
He's got to play it to the inside. He can't go around the outside again.
It's like deja vu from one lap behind. Oh,
but
no,
Drav's
Drav
got too much of a run.
Yeah, Drav just goes, nah, not this time. Oh, and Chris comes back on the inside. No, Drav's seen that coming. But Piper's right behind Chris. Chris has sort of made himself a bit vulnerable. Piper on the inside. Can he hold it?
Oh, there's traffic up ahead.
Oh, and Chris, wow, what a move. I don't know if that was a glitch,
It's good
but
stuff. But
wow.
the lead's gone, the lead is gone.
Like that just, yeah, it just holds him back. And Vlad's
oh,
just,
the speed differential is huge.
Oh, they bump. Piper on the outside, he has to yield.
And the traffic.
And the traffic's... Well, that was... Wow, what racing. That was very aggressive from Chris. Very aggressive.
So now they're switched around. Oh, the run though. He's got a huge run here.
Yeah. Chris...
He'd be trimmed out, I reckon. That's not just the toe. Chris on the outside. No, he's got to give it up.
He's sticking out on the outside. It's another drag race. They're still side by side. Still by... Oh, Chris!
Oh, no!
Lose the end and just... Oh, bashes.
Oh, that's shocking.
It's just so unlucky from Chris. He's just...
So he was keeping around the outside.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's another Nismo off.
Yeah, that was just... Oh... That might be Matt Southwell. Yeah.
Oh, he's just getting out of the way.
Yeah, that's unfortunate with Chris.
So I was on board with Piper at that time, so I didn't see what happened to him.
Yeah, just Chris came around on the outside and just overloaded the rears, just had a bit of a spin and just pretty much T-boned Piper. Luckily didn't take Piper out, and yeah, that's that. Oh, and Toto.
The traffic.
Toto, he had
He's just trying to get advertising. The eBay advertisements.
Yeah, like Ben wouldn't be happy about that whatsoever. But I guess it's up to Ben to get around Toto, not the other way around. But nonetheless, you know, yeah. Does Ben Piper have an answer for Vlad? Jump on board with Vlad. After that first, was it a first lap incident or second lap? He's fought his way back.
I think the second, yeah.
Yeah. Might have been the second lap. Something like that.
He's just a clear champion. He's a phenomenal specimen.
Oh, he is. He's on another level. He's really quick. Very competent driver. Was unlucky he got taken out a little bit early on the race, but like I said, you know, sometimes that's when you see the best out of the Russian is when he's got something to fight for, and when he puts his head down, sometimes yeah, he's unstoppable. think he's just going to run away with this. Keep an eye on it. But he did pit a lot earlier than Ben and Chris. So, and it looked like Ben did put on new tyres. So maybe Ben will have an answer. You know, we've got 5 laps to go. Maybe this is where we start seeing that net gain for Ben for putting on new rubber, because it looks like Chris has sort of dropped off a little bit. I reckon he didn't put tyres. He's really struggling with this car now. But does that make it him vulnerable to Matt, who's on the charge? So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's jump on board with Joshua Hill. See how far he is to Superstar, and it looks like it's actually quite a long way. It looks like Superstar just took off. Put that electric.
He's just got the mental edge.
He just took that electric powered Focus.
It's the battery pack.
He put the extra charge on. So.
All right, Jero, I'll leave it up to you. I'm going to head off to my ACC event now.
Oh.
So I'll leave you with that.
No worries.
With Drav in the lead and Superstar in the lead of the BTCC. So hand it over to Jero. Thanks for having me, guys. Best luck to all the competitors. I hope to see you back for TCX number 4.
No worries,
with
man.
those 3 awesome classes.
Yeah, thanks for coming on board and keeping me company.
No, pleasure as always.
Right.
Take it easy, guys.
See you, mate. Yeah. So looks like Superstar's actually doing a pretty good job. Josh Hill, he's got 4 laps to try to close that gap. And Ben Piper has made a mistake. Wow. Just lost concentration, and he's down into 3rd. Unfortunately, we don't have replay to show you what happened, and I got distracted for a second, and there we have it. A change for second. So does Ben have an answer for Chris? And I think Chris is really struggling with tyres, so I suspect he didn't change tyres on his pit stop. I could be wrong, but it just seemed a little bit quick, too quick for me. Vlad's he's just stormed off. But yeah, hopefully Ben Piper, he hasn't, it looks like he went head off. Has he got any damage? Yeah, it looks like a bit of damage at the front there. Like he had a few meetings with the wall there. Hopefully it's not too much damage and he still can put up a fight against Chris Nipris, who has a chance to take out second. But who would have thought that? Looks like Ben just went a bit wide there. tyres. So Ben's on a fresh set of tyres where Chris is on an older set. So definitely Ben has that advantage, but is he able to use that to close the gap and make a move on Chris? He shows he can. Just a second behind. Back to Chris now. Chris will be defending. They've got like 2.5 laps to go. Oh, and Chris out wide and he loses it. I don't know what's going on there. What happened to Chris? I don't know what's going on there with my screen. I don't think Chris wanted me to see that. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah. Chris just loses it, and then oh no, that's Matt Nipris, not that far behind him. Chris is really struggling with his tyres now. In the last or the dying laps of this race. Has Matt got an answer for Chris? Those tyres are just really hurting right now. Ben Piper does a personal best, 21 flat, nice lap. Oh, and Chris off again. No. Oh no, sorry. That was Matt Southwell. They've all got the same liveries. Oh. Oh. No, Chris is still going strong. Mistaken Matt Southwell with Chris Southwell because Chris Nicholas with Matt Southwell because they have all the same, or very similar liveries. Oh, Chris, why? He has to take the escape road. Sort of, Matt will see this and think, you have to close the gap. He's got 2 laps to do it. Time, I think this will be the closest battle on track. I have no idea why that is happening. Chris will have to be really patient with his car and try not to make too many mistakes because it won't take Matt Nipris much to really close that gap and be all over Chris. So we'll jump on board with Chris and see what it's like. How the car behaves. So I've got a suspicion that his tyres are gone. too much. That'll be Josh Hill in the Audi. It's a pretty easy and clean pass. Not slowed him down much. And hopefully, there you got Matt. Got the headlights blazing. Toto Wolff. Really trying to put the hammer down and close that gap to his brother, but I think he's just starting to run out of time. You got this. You got Chris gets up on traffic. Superstar gets out of the way. Dropped down to under 2 seconds, so Matt Nipper sideways. Down to 1.6 seconds. This is a battle to the end. They've got literally 1 lap. Matt's got 1 lap to close that gap. They're down to 1.5 seconds. Chris is really starting to struggle with those tyres now. I'll just jump on board with Vlad, who's had a phenomenal race. Had a mishap earlier on. Dropped down to like 5th position and just clawed his way back into 1st. But let's just jump back on this. This is the closest battle we have on field. The 2 Nipris brothers. And there you go, Matt. He's letting Chris know, like he's on the charge. He's 1.1 seconds. He is flying now. He is smelling that podium, and he wants it. He's on the move. 1 second. Like he's under 7/10 of a second. He is now right at the back of Chris. 6/10. This is going to come down to the last corner. Chris. Chris has got just a little bit better top end speed than Matt. But Matt's really good under the brakes. It looks like it's just because he can really get deep because of his tyres. We'll have to jump onto Vlad because he's just about to cross the finish line. And what a race from this guy. Just goes out wide last corner. And well done to Vlad, like, mate, star. And we've got Ben, who took advantage of a bit of mischief in the first couple laps and just never looked back. Well done. What a great race to Ben, and well deserved. Yeah, we'll go back to the Nipris brothers. Matt has just dropped off a little bit. I think he's just given up. 1.3. What a drive to these guys. Well done, guys. Very entertaining. Unlucky to Matt. Had a bit of a unnecessary accident with Vlad, I would say. It was a mistake. Then we have Justin, a bit further back. I think he had pretty much a lonely race. Nonetheless, I think he would have enjoyed himself. These cars aren't the easiest to drive. Southwell, who's just probably parked it out the front straight. And we have Superstar. Superstar coming over the line, taking the victory for the BTCC series class, with Matt Hill coming in second and Toto Hammer coming in third. Wow. And we're seeing some reverse donuts. And we have the Nipris brothers. We had a great race there on the end. Well done to these guys. Oh, guys. Wow. What a race. What can I say? Driver of the night. You have to give it to Vlad. You know, even that he was pretty fast at the beginning. He took out pole position. He had a bit of a shocking start, which led to him being involved in an accident, unfortunate accident, and then he just put his head down and yeah, took out the win. Yeah, great guy, great race to everyone. Those who like what they saw and want to get involved in GoRace's race, head to their Discord. Their Discord link is on our description, so yeah, hit that link if you're keen to get involved. They will have another TCX 4 event in roughly 3 or 4 weeks' time. I think it's a monthly event. And the cars that they have for that event is it's a V8 supercars. They're going to have the V8 Utes and the ATCC Group A class. So they're the 3 classes that are going to be available for that race. So yeah, I'm just going to wrap this stream up and hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. And yeah, I'll see you next time.